Damn man, that was what a hell of a week, I gotta say.
You're telling me, my dude,
Yeah.
after everything I've been through.
Hey, is this recording?
Wait, what the hell?
Huh.
I guess it is.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, where did we leave off?
Well, after the week I had, I've been thinking I should write a self-help book on how to protect yourself from ninjas.
I mean, yeah, you did go through a lot. Probably survived some really pretty uncomfortable situations.
It was hell.
I can
It
imagine.
was hell.
I can imagine. No man has ever fried that much rice. Only a shrimp.
Honestly, the amount of rice I had to boil and then fry. Whew. But yeah, do you think my self-help book is gonna help people in need?
I mean, people will buy any self-help book as long as it has a good title, so probably.
I mean,
It has ninjas on the cover. People like ninjas, so
you
I
can't
don't know.
see them because they're ninjas,
Oh, yeah.
so they won't see the cover.
Huh.
But now
That's
that I
kinda
think
tricky.
about it,
That's
now that
kinda
I think
tricky.
about it,
Hmm.
every self-help book is just stupid with the most ridiculous cover ever.
Fair.
Why do people buy them?
Usually it's a guy standing in this exact position, like.
Why do people
Or
buy them?
having like an extremely uncanny smile, like.
Oh God, please not the smile. I can't smile anymore. They force me to smile.
That's horrendous. That's
But
horrendous.
why do people actually buy them? First of all, they're written by people who have no knowledge on the subject.
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time. Some of them are actual doctors,
Yeah.
people with experience in that field. Well, doctors if it's like psychological, how to help yourself.
Yeah.
If it's financial, it's rarely people who are actually educated in finance.
Yeah.
And most of the time, if you need to write a book on how to get rich quick, you're not gonna get rich quick. Because the way to get rich quick is to write the book how to get rich quick.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have that much money when they're writing the book.
Yeah.
And you bought me this as a birthday gift. The Art of the Deal by Donald Trump.
I remember
And
that.
that book, even though it has like a title that is self-educational, how to become a millionaire, it doesn't talk about that. It's just about his life. And that's what I think that most people today don't realize. We both graduated in philosophy, and I wholeheartedly say this and I really do mean this, the amount of philosophers that are alive today is little to non-existent. And most people who claim that they are philosophers are just people our age or maybe like a few years older who publish a book that has nothing to do with philosophy. And I'm going to stay on this topic for a few minutes. They know nothing about philosophy. They don't have one coherent thought of their own. It's mostly just a compilation of things they've read. And they try to say, oh, I'm a philosopher, oh, I'm an influencer, or people who write books on how to better yourself in 10 steps every single day. First of all, you wrote that book just to make money. You're not a good person. You cannot teach someone how to better themselves if your whole concept of writing the book is just to make money. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this problem didn't exist like 20 years ago. It's a fairly recent problem, especially with the New York's top seller. How can every single book be a bestseller? How? Shouldn't bestseller be like one book per year? Shouldn't it?
I mean, I think it's divided by genre, but still, I think that the problem did exist even like 2 decades ago. It's just that the internet wasn't as present as it is now.
True.
Because the internet is a funny little wrench in the whole machine. Because with the internet, you can market to an incredibly like obscene amount. I don't even know the proper words to describe what I'm feeling. Before the internet, you had to actually invest a lot of money if you want to market something.
True.
Like either in the newspapers, on a billboard, or whatnot. Before, it was considered the best place to market is in a billboard.
Yeah.
Billboards are pretty expensive. Nowadays, social media. There's a difference.
Both of us are in the process of writing a book.
Yeah.
And I've actually published one book before. It's a collection of my poetry. I don't go around telling people, "Hey, I'm a poet," because I've published a book on like poetry. No, like you do not declare what you are. You need the masses, the people who criticize arts and works and books and just everyday Joes to acknowledge you as one. You cannot go around. I know that your book is more in the philosophical niche.
Yeah.
Are you going to be a philosopher when you publish it? No. You need...
Depends on who you ask. Because we know people who... This is just rephrasing it. Depends on who you ask. To some I am, to others I'm just an average Joe. I don't care.
But in the correct terms, you won't be. Because you will need the elite to recognize you as one. You cannot...
God
Because
forbid they do. I hate the elite in philosophy.
I mean, don't
I
know.
hate Jesus.
But we both know people who've published books, and today it's really easy to publish a book. All you need is to have an email address. Like, you don't even need any finances behind it. You can just publish a book, just it comes out of your behind when you're on the toilet. But it really bothers me when someone who has published a book says that, "Oh, well, I'm a writer now." Okay, is that your main source of income? Right? You still work as a waitress or a waiter. You still work a 9-to-5 job. You're not a writer. Because, well, again, this is oversimplifying things. But most writers who have actually worked... Because, let's be honest, it's hard to start out as a writer.
Yeah.
And I want to correct myself on what I said 30 seconds ago. You can be a writer and still work a normal job. Because being a writer is a shit fucking job. You need to dedicate your whole life to it.
Yeah.
But if you write a book, and today most of it is done by ChatGPT, but a few years ago it was just like a collage of different books that you don't want to reference, you're not a fucking writer, dude. You're just someone who collects work and just puts them together. At least to me, that's not a writer. You don't have your own story.
Look. Technically, compilations are useful
It is.
if they're done right.
They're not.
If they're regurgitated, like you're describing, then yeah, what's the point of regurgitation? Like,
I mean, like I said, we both know people who have done this,
Yeah.
and I think you know who I'm talking about.
yep.
You cannot start going around saying, "Oh, I'm a writer now." No, dude, you're not. You're not.
Like,
And that's the problem I have.
Funnily enough, like even though I like writing, I hate to be a writer.
Same.
For the simple reason, to be a writer, I think you have to be bound
Yeah.
by a certain contract.
Yeah.
And if you look at the type of contracts the writers actually get from publishing houses and whatnot, it doesn't sound fun.
They're horrible.
Imagine you're being pressed to push out, I don't know, 20, 25,000 words per month. Even though that's doable, that's just around like 2,000-ish words a day, and you still have some left. It's just, it kills creativity.
It
Because
does.
you force yourself to write those words daily. Which when it comes to intellectual works, like books or whatever, you need creativity. You can't force creativity. That's why so much works nowadays feel cheap. Because a lot of writers are bound by deadlines.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're obliged to send over this and this by that time, or we're not paying you. We're quitting the contract. And what's even more revolting to me nowadays, even if the specific work is written with ChatGPT, the amount of ghostwriters that are being used today is atrocious.
We
It is
both-
horrible.
we've been on that side.
Yeah, we started talking about self-help books.
Yeah.
Most self-help books are written by ghostwriters.
I know. We've both.
The
I
face
think
on the-
we both
yeah,
worked
yeah,
for something like that.
Yeah, the face on the cover has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what it's in the book practically. Just a couple of bullet points that the assistant gave them,
Yeah.
and that's one of the big. There's so many issues that I'm just frustrated. I don't even know where to begin with.
Yeah. I mean,
It's just like
I get you. I really do. And like I said, the problem that I have with self-help books is they're just saying shit you know. Like, you don't learn anything out of it. Let's take Jordan Peterson, for example. Oh, you need to make your bed, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, dude, that's the fucking military code. Like, every single military in the world, the first thing you have to do in the morning, you have to make your bed.
Yeah.
Because productivity starts the moment you open your eyes.
Yeah.
So, I don't get why people are like, oh, yeah, but he told me to make my bed. Yeah, dude, your parents should tell you, or the people who helped you grow up, you know? It's just mind-boggling to me. I don't know, it's just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. Like, look, a problem I have with self-help books that's essential to the entire concept of a self-help book. Like, all self-help books at a core are this. Here are some lessons that you can use to improve your life. Now, superficially,
Wipe your butt after taking a shit.
that's a lesson. Hey, some people need to hear that.
True.
Well, listen, the thing is, sure, those lessons are helpful. But there's a saying that I really like that's applicable, I say, to a majority of life's problems. If the path you're walking on seems familiar to you, you're not walking your own path. If you're walking your own path, the problems you come upon will be entirely unique. There'll be problems that you have to solve with your own, well, know-how, with your own means and whatnot. You cannot consult a self-help book. Because here's the problem with that. If you consult a self-help book, you know that game we play as toddlers, where they give you the distinct shapes like blocks, stars, whatever, and you have to put them in the appropriate hole. If you use self-help advice to solve every problem in life, you're basically forcing a shape into a wrong hole.
Yep.
And this is the problem I have with self-help books. They condition you, I mean, use a strong word, but yeah, they condition you to act and think in a certain way.
Yeah.
Even in situations that don't require such acting and such thinking.
I mean, I totally agree. But if you have anything else to say, because I'll just go on a rant.
Yeah. We're gonna be here till tomorrow.
Yeah.
So let's leave it to the viewers.
Let us know what you think. Do you buy self-help books? Did they ever help you if you did?
Maybe it's toilet paper.
I mean, hey,
I don't know.
that's one use, you know. That's one use.
That is help. That is actually help.
That is, honestly, that's gonna be more help than the fucking content inside.
Yeah.
But let us know what you think and leave a comment down in the comment section below.
Yeah.
And as always, we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.